Hello, my name is Marcel Majeski, and this is my audience, my parents, and my aunt, and this is my policy of value speech. One U.S. national soccer team has been constantly winning World Cups, Olympic medals, and tournaments, while the other has only appeared in the semifinals of the World Cup one time in 12 World Cups. The team that has been consistently winning is our U.S. women's national soccer team. I have been a fan since 2012. I've played soccer. I've seen two games in person. I've watched consistently since 2018. And I have watched the men as this World Cup and was disappointed in their performance. As the World Cup wraps up today, the performance of the U.S. men was disappointing. But don't worry, the Women's World Cup next year is in Brazil. So you'll be able to see the women's successful team in live action next year. Before I begin, I want to emphasize why the U.S. women are the best team. They have the accolades and they have created a long lasting legacy to create their name of being the best team, the U.S. women's national soccer team. The achievements on the field include 4 World Cups, 7 Olympic medals, 8 She Believes wins, winning the first Women's World Cup in 1991, and winning the 1999 World Cup to an audience of 90,000 at the Rose Bowl in LA. This shows that there is a need for women's sports and there is a want to watch it. So having that strength to watch the women's team is exactly what we need. According to the blog from the Girls Sports Networks in 2023, Quinoez writes that they are the most successful women's national team in international play, appearing in every World Cup and Olympics since they were brought to the global stage. This says a lot. The World Cup and the Olympics shows that they have been successful. They've been there. The men, they haven't as much. The men have been in a World Cup since 1930 and yet have only appeared 12 times. I think that already shows why the women deserve more. But the accomplishments are only one reason why they are the best. The women have created a long lasting legacy outside of the pitch. And this is what I'm going to talk about next. The long legacy stems from more media coverage, more opportunities, and a fight for equal pay. Notable players such as Mia Hamm and Alex Morgan are important drivers of this idea. Mia Hamm was one of the first famous women's World Cup stars from the 99 World Cup, and Alex Morgan is the most famous soccer player today. Alex Morgan was a part of the 2019 World Cup team that was in the middle of a lawsuit with their employer, U.S. Soccer, during the World Cup and yet still won. Through this, they have won equal pay in 2022, allowing for $60 million in back pay and then earning portions of the men's salary from this upcoming World Cup, from this past World Cup. In a survey done by NRG, they reported by JWS that 85% of fans felt a greater than or equal to amount of pride in the women compared to the men. That says a lot from a male dominated sports field and a male dominated sports country that the women are receiving more praise. The mass media coverage has also increased. In a scholarly journal article in the Journalism 2024, they analyzed over 900 newspapers from 2015 and the 2019 final and found that 82% of them had the Women's World Cup as the cover page of their newspapers. That is a lot of progress from years previous. Though there isn't a lot of data to back that up, you can see that even having 82% is a lot more than would have been before. Well, the biggest, as I mentioned, is equal pay. Equal pay is one of the strongest lawsuits because this happened while they were in play and still lasted afterwards. This legacy has helped many athletes realize that they have the potential to have a professional career, knowing that they're going to earn enough to be professional and not have to have a job outside and soccer as just a hobby. It is having a lot of impact on the generations now and in the future from all of the work that the U.S. women have done for equal pay. The belief is that men's soccer is harder, but that's not true. Women competition is growing, and yet the women are still winning. The women have won 4 World Cups. They're still winning tournaments. The men have nothing to show for it. As the men's team continues to fail, the women keep going up. I wanted to show that success leads to legacy, and that's a major part of the U.S. women's national team's story. But accolades will lead to legacy, which then leads to opportunities, media, and a fight for equal pay. Remember, when the Women's World Cup happens next year, to watch. Nothing is impossible. The women can do just the same as men and still be more successful. Thank you.